to ladies night.
Oh, I was late.
Wait for it. Ladies! Hello. Let's see if I can get us on the picture. It is Stacy and Alex here tonight, joining you from Dark Hour Costuming. Let's see if I can. There you go. Hi. We're here at Dark Hour Costuming tonight to work on some stuff. So, let's say hi to everybody who's here, right? So let's see. I've got comments set up over here tonight, so I'm not trying to do both on the same thing. All right. So we got Jennifer, pew pew pew. Ike Camacho, hello. Yes, you are allowed. Ike, you're allowed. John C. Big Dog Mass, hello. Christian Ty Edwards, hello. Chase Perry, hi y'all, hi. John C. already said hello to John C. John Sheffield, hi John. June Ritchie, hi June. Edson Glutz, hello from me and my mama bear and my Allie. Hello. All right, so I actually do have some like work stuff to do tonight, so I'm gonna try and keep as close an eye on the captions, the comments as I can. Y'all bear with us while we get some work done. Sound like a plan? All right. Ashton Jones says hello, ladies, and everyone watching. Big Dog says the presidential address is on, so I'll be back after it's over.
We say who your priorities are.
If you're joining us in the future because you watched the presidential address, good on you. And if you're joining us currently so that you don't have to watch the presidential address, good on you. Poison Sumac says, hey y'all, hey. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna picture. All right, so tell them what you're working on, Alex.
I'm working on belts. Wait, so let me get an example.
You can show them. Big Dog says cow pants.
I wish.
But she's got her cow print headband on.
I do. I got my shoes and my headband, because Wednesdays we wear cow print. Even though my cow print buddy, Boston, isn't here this week. But these are the belts. We have an array of different colors, so as the night goes through, we'll be working on different colors.
Jennifer said, yeah, let's see the pants. Listen, I don't actually own any cow print pants. Or anything else cow print flavored. We just have to rock Alex's awesome headband and hope for the best. So she's got some sewing to do tonight.
On trusty old Jolene.
Indeed. And I'm going to be working on getting some paint on this guy, gal, lady. This is, I don't know if you can see it very well in our lighting situation here. This is our Candle Ghost mask from our Transworld line this year. We're making one to put in the show at Dark Hour. And, oh, zoom. Saw Robert. Right. So he's going to be black and gold as opposed to our previous paint color scheme for this, which was a silver and white. So let's see. Big Dog says 2 or 3 is all good. John C says Edson, hello, talking about Edson. Jennifer Pugh says Alex is the new stand. No weird socks, but we have the cow print. Listen, I'll have you know that right this very second I am wearing super cool socks. My Freddy socks. It counts. It counts. Also rolling over cable. Jeez. Things are fine. Alan said never again, but here we are.
I think I wore my Robbo socks one day this week.
Yeah?
Oh wait, maybe it was Monday. That counts as this week.
That counts. Alright. I did go and get a paintbrush. What did I do? Oh, there's. Listen. It's been a week. Madhouse Creations says hello everyone. Hello.
Hey y'all.
Creative Deuces, what are you ladies working on today? I'm gonna put some gold paint on this bad boy. Alex is sewing belts.
I'm just gonna keep one over here.
Yeah, for the showing purposes. I'm gonna move my mouse over here so we can still access the
This is
stuff.
what we have so far. So y'all can actually see the array of colors we're. I'm very
It's
serious when we have an
beautiful.
array of colors. And this isn't even all of them yet.
Rainbow.
Currently, the black and orange ones are my favorite.
The black and orange ones are pretty awesome.
These are Halloweens.
Tell the folks what these are for.
These don't fall. Okay, so Alan loves robes right now. He loves his robes. And shreddy robes, might I add. Shreddy. So to add more shreddy to the robes and other costumes that aren't necessarily robes, because we do have other things, we're adding these shreddy belts to give them something shreddy to like cohesive unit to them all together. And the colors are because I said, please, oh please, let me have something different. Even if I'm sewing the same generic thing, if it's a different color, it's different. It's not the same. So it keeps my sanity. So each witch has a color scheme based off of this is our Bible. So each witch has her own color scheme. Therefore, each belt will be according to the color scheme of that witch. So right now, I'm doing Jenny Greenteeth and Maeve McKenna's realms. So like, these colors are Jenny's. The black and blue are Maeve's.
John C. says, I was thinking of you and making masks / makeup. It mentioned her adding moss to his makeup prosthetics. Oh, talking about V. Neal was in a Jeopardy question about Beetlejuice. Christian Ty Edwards says, love those colors. John C. says, hi, Stacy and Alex. Hi, John.
Hey y'all.
So Alex is working on that. I'm putting some gold on our candle ghost that will be for our adventure, excitement, shenanigans.
See, the problem I have is I tried to be creative because I wanted the different layers.
Yeah.
So I have 3 different size loincloth pieces, but they're all like a few inches off of each other. So unless it's a big and a small, it's very hard to tell which one is which. Okay, so this is a medium. So this will go small. Like that. So you have the different layers. And you can see them all. That one.
Spent most of my day today working on a future YouTube Wednesday. They do still exist. We're gonna make them.
Have I done this all wrong?
John C. says, I couldn't get enough of Face Off. Face Off was pretty epic. You want to do something similar to Face Off, but for haunted houses? Host it here, maybe? That was my previous hyper focus. We're gonna have a game show. Let's make a game show.
It was.
I can't help it. I really want Sam Rush to notice me. Edson says, fist pump to John C. for making me learn something today. All right. You're going to be spraying fist pump, John C. There you go. Shadow Jim 81 says, hi, ladies. Hello. And since we be spraying fist pump, we just have to remind you that it is, in fact, ladies' night. We regret nothing. Let the
Never
record
gets
reflect.
old. is not mathing.
Oh no. In which direction is your math not mathing?
I don't know. There's lots of just colors and question marks happening in my brain right now. Because I've been doing this since we got here this morning.
Yeah, this has been Alex's all-day project. Yesterday was all-day lasering them. Jennifer Pugh says, I never saw Face Off. Does anyone know where I can watch it? I think at least one season is on Netflix. Maybe a couple of seasons is on Netflix. I don't recall. Shadow Jim 81 says, what are you making? Belts.
Shreddy belts.
John C says, I've been looking, but Jennifer Pugh says math sucks. Yes, math does suck. English major. I was promised there would be no math. Creative Doof says, are the boys at another convention? Alan is out training, or consulting somewhere in Louisiana, I believe.
Yes.
And Rue is at home, enjoying some time off.
We had a long weekend doing Monster Camp.
Indeed. That was a really busy monster camp.
Yeah.
It was
There
like
were
12 people? 10 people?
10, I think.
There was a lot of folks. A lot of
3
folks.
that were 14 years old.
Oh yeah, this was our heavy minors class.
Summer's out.
Summer's out. Masato K says, good to see y'all. Hey Masato! Good to see you too, bud. Yeah, it's fun when we have people who are under 18 come to Monster Camp because they have to have a parent come with them. So then you have a parent who is trapped here with them all weekend. Sometimes the parents get really into it, and sometimes they're just here.
Yeah. This weekend, I really enjoyed it because, like, the mothers, I called them the Moms Club because there was a group of moms that sat in the green room. And I share a wall with the green room. And every once in a while you would hear little chatters, but for the most part they were pretty quiet. But I still called them the Moms Club. They were cute. One brought their own lawn chair. It was precious.
They were concerned we wouldn't have chairs.
Maybe.
A distinct possibility. John C says math, it just doesn't add up.
Mm-mm.
Rob O'Brien, Resurrect Costume says, hello, ladies of the night.
Hey.
Hey. From the minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. We are ladies of the night. We're not quite that kind of ladies of the night. I mean, listen. If you see me on the internet, no, you didn't. Edson says, V. Neal is an American makeup artist. She's won 3 Academy Awards for the films Beetlejuice, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Ed Wood. She's been nominated for 8 Oscars in total. That is an impressive collection. John C. says, I wasn't worried about the algebra final, it was the aftermath. But these are the jokes. Poison Sumac says, all their sculpts look so good. Yes.
I mathed. I figured it out.
Shadow Jim says, tell Alan Shadow Jim says hi, aka the Scarecrow. Will do, Shadow Jim. Will do. Night Camacho says the first mask, Swamp Mask, was awesome. Yeah. Edson says they were also flipping good. There's some really talented people out there. Can confirm. John C says they have the 19th century costumes for it. Big Dog is back. Welcome back, Big Dog.
That was a short little broadcast.
Now listen, I know Dad's not here tonight, but we're going to abide by the usual rules, which is we're going to keep this very light on the politics chat. So we're glad that you're back with us. John C says, sorry, 1980's not here. I know. What a drag. Edson says, these are the jokes. But
Okay, so there's Jenny Green. Now we need blue. Woo!
Shadow Jam 81 says, did you watch the new Cobra Kai? I didn't, but my husband did. He really enjoyed it. I didn't really ever get into the Karate Kid in the first place, so it wasn't really my jam. Rob says, I'm so jelly of that laser cutter. Yeah. She's a sexy beast. We'll have to show him our confetti. We've been doing a lot of laser cutting lately, Kelsey Freeze. So yeah, we're collecting a lot of since we're able to pre-distress things, you know, the holes that are cut into that. Because we're able to do that, we end up with a lot of holes left over. So I think we're working on a collection of it to take to our Patreon order. So like if you get a mask or a blank or something from us through Patreon, that's patreon.com/StillBeStudios, you will at some point in the future receive a little scoop of holy confetti. Big Duck says, oh, no politics. Yeah, that's the plan. John C. says it can cut jelly. I imagine it could cut jelly, but I would not put any in there, for I like the machine entirely too much to do that to it. Shadow Jim 81 says K. KK. So I'm not dry brushing this, but I am sort of dry brushing this. I'm wet dry brushing. I'm going in with more paint than I would normally use for a dry brush, but I really just want to get the tops. I'm sort of leaving much of the depths of the filigree black, or contrasting colors. I think that's pretty much all she gets. We might go in with an airbrush later and like define her brow and stuff. I think I don't want to do that with a brush. It'd be too like harsh. You can do her lips and stuff in gold as well, and then airbrush around all the rest of the stuff too. She's gonna be pretty. I'm excited. Creative Duke says, what needs to be a thing is cosmetic skill, puppeteering with actual props, and CGI animation. And nobody wants to go the three-way route in movies and games, but those combined methods do work. Yeah, like, I feel like using the CGI stuff to finesse the puppets and practical effects stuff, like it should be complementary. It should be like compiling those things, not just using CGI or just using puppets and just doing makeups. Like, it just ought to be the thing that blends them together is the computer aspect. Rob says, could use the confetti to fill empty ornaments. Yes.
Oh, how cute! Gift shop ornaments with the confetti.
I think that would be very cute.
This is why we keep you around, Robbo.
Edson says, Stacy, did you ever see Still Peace getting so big as the whole Dark Hour has gotten? I'm ridiculously happy for the whole team. I mean, I don't know that we're as big as Dark Hour is yet. But I don't know. I mean, like everyone on this team is so wildly talented that it would be stranger to me that we didn't, do really well than it would be, otherwise. Because I mean, really, everybody on this team is just so freaking talented that, we're just bound to succeed. That's all there is to it. John C. says, oh, it's kind of what Adam Savage has been pushing for instead of non-stop CGI. Absolutely. Rob says, it's what I do. Oh, you make your ornaments? Listen, you have to tell us these ornament secrets, Rob. I like that. Or do you just fill ornaments with confetti, like regularly? Should I go grab the jar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to search this and it's gonna get loud.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab a jar. Let's see if this will see you on the searcher. It does say on the serger. I'll be right back.
This damn serger likes to walk around. It's got like suction cup things on the bottom, but it doesn't work. Probably because our tables are wood, but it's okay.
Zoom, zoom. Edson says, didn't the second Star Wars use all three? Even though they had models, some stop action, and digital too. Don't actually know. Jennifer Hughes' failure is not an option. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like all of us are pretty consistently failing up. Like, you know, you learn lessons from things not going exactly right, and you do better. Big Dog says, if I was in the market for a Wolfman suit, could you make it? I mean, could we? Absolutely. You have to get your order in before August 1st, because that's when we're closing orders for the season, unless you want it next year.
Let's approve it.
In which case, yeah, just hit us up. stillbestudios@gmail.com is, I believe, the easiest way to get hold of Shannon, and she is our order mistress. So, yeah, hit us up. All right, so this is our giant, our peanut butter pretzels, full of let's see if the best I can do this. All of our little bits from the laser. So these are our little holy bits. So I should have dumped these all over this. Lots of little different
When did we
sizes.
start it?
We started it
Pre-transform?
after Transworld.
So just a few months.
Yeah, well, you know, and honestly, I think it's really only been a couple of months, because we didn't even get all of the like Transworld stuff from the production phase into here, and this is only a couple of months worth of stuff.
And it's not even all of them either.
It's not even all of them, definitely. We've only been saving them for a little bit,
And
and
the little baby ones are still in the tube.
there's anything that's small enough to fall into the holes of the laser grate doesn't become confetti here, it becomes confetti there. And yeah. So Rob says, ideas is what I do, but I've made an ornament or two. Can use UV DTF labels on the front, Stillpiece logo, and fill with confetti. You're right. John Steve says, Star Wars is some of the biggest painted glass backgrounds ever in nice. Natty Pan says, I just got here. Glad to see you ladies. Glad to see you too, Natty Pan. Edson says, knowing Alan, he probably has at least one Wolfman in the back. Fair. Big Dog says, that's what I thought. I was just checking because I have one of Alan's masks. Nice. Natty Pan says, what might you do with your little bits? Well, so that is the topic of discussion, because initially I guess we had planned to like just include them as a little scoop of confetti, kind of like the Taylor Swift does this thing where when you order official merch from her, she includes in it a big heaping scoop of like tissue paper confetti. They're like stars or hearts or whatever, and when you open them, they kind of go everywhere. We thought maybe we would put a scoop of holy confetti into our orders that go out for Patreon. But Rob O'Brien just suggested potentially putting them in like Christmas ornaments, which is kind of fun. So I don't know. We will we'll see. We're not gonna stop making holes. So this is our initiative towards being lower waste. That's what we're doing. Rob says, I have a set of Disney princess costume shreds ornament. That is stinking cute. I really like that. Like the little offcuts, and like we make a ton of it in the Yeah, in the show your camera. In the serger, like little just shreddy bits that would be stupid cute in an ornament. You have such good ideas. Creative Doof says, yeah, I bet everyone's going to be busy for the next few weeks. There's probably more monsters to make for your haunted house, plus you get to hire in actors. Going to be busy. Yes. Fortunately, that is largely Teddy and Lexi's job in terms of hiring in the actors, which is fantastic. And we're actually pretty close on stuff for the season. Alex is plowing through all these belts, which is a big one, and we're working on these guys tonight. Ike Camacho says, nothing like a Whataburger and a margarita on ladies' night.
What?
You read my mind. So few people are able to read my mind. Cracking up, Hugo.
Whataburger. Have you seen Whataburger's new backpack?
No.
It's a igloo cooler backpack.
What?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. Listen, I don't think... Alex, do you drink? Do you drink?
Not
Not
really.
Not regularly.
Like, very rarely.
Yeah.
Because it spikes my anxiety.
Fair. Well, I'll have her margarita. John says, my sister has 2 huskies if you want something professionally shown.
I want an ornament of husky hair. How fun.
Gross. Creative Juice says, I worked at 2 haunted houses in the past. One was tame with their customers. The other would allow anyone inside if they had money for the ticket. The latter caused a lot of trouble. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine. That could get troublesome really quickly. Big Dog says, smoked brisket and bourbon was dinner, y'all. I smoked it myself. That sounds really good. Probably gonna have a piece of leftover pizza before we leave. Adventure. Creative says, what is dark hour like inside, and do the customers get too rowdy? Well, we have a pretty controlled entry system where they red light, green light, so we can increase or slow down the time that we put people in, depending on how many people we've got in line. Now, this year we're going to time ticketing, so I don't know how that's going to work. But I mean, I don't think they ever really get too rowdy. Now, we have a dedicated security team, and we have somebody in our dispatch office watching the cameras all of the time, and we've got all of our actor trainers that are in the show that are on radio, and we have a radio at every puppet. So in case there is shenanigans afoot, we can usually get it under control.
Code black.
Pretty quick. Code black?
Code black.
What is our code black?
There's a fight.
Code black is a fight. Like the closed caption slide, you said that there's a fox.
Ooh.
That's its special code, an own special code.
I think it's black.
Natty Pants says, I love that your wee bits are holes, and the idea of a scoop of holes is amusing. Yeah, I mean, they're all of the pre-cut holes that we cut out of our stuff to make them pre-distressed. So, yeah, all holes. Rob says, my husky charity can totally do that.
Fuzzy huskies.
I mean, yes. You get one full of cat fur. Like, that's all I got.
We can make ornaments out of floof fur.
Floof, oh my god. Just dig it out of the back of a laser. Okay, so the next thing I need to do now that I've got this painted is I'm going to get the netting that we're going to put underneath this dress painted. So I'm going to switch to the big thing. So you guys can sort of see that. My kingdom for our big piece of cardboard. That just get like stuck back over there? Or that big piece of cardboard we were using as a work surface?
I have some. I don't know if it's V.
Yeah, it's close enough. Close enough for government work. So this is some of our faux chainmail fabric we have. It is a nylon netting that we buy online. and it very much, when in big swaggy form, looks like chainmail. So we're going to paint it a little more gold than it currently is, so it can go under this black and gold tag. And I'm gonna get some gloves, because actually I don't want spray paint all over my hands. Rob says it's like needle felting. Natty Pants is a scoop of monster dander. So if you are on the Patreon, there will be a video going up in the next couple of days of Chris removing a giant spider from its long-held position in the show. And as he's taking it down, dust just avalanches off of it, because it's been up in the rafters for a hot minute.
What spider?
In Nightmare? Like the big spider?
No.
Yeah, she gone. And so while we're standing there watching all of this dust sift down, Ivan goes, "It's skin flakes." And I'm like, ugh. Thanks, I hate it. Creative Juice says, hopefully you guys keep the drunks away. They can cause all kinds of hell for everyone in a haunted house. I've gotten hurt by a few of them. I mean, there's only so much you can do in a public environment, public facing environment, to avoid drunk people. Like, there's just only so much you can do.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up. We have a gas station. You've got to be kidding me. This camera is driving me nuts. Sorry, guys. I apologize for the camera weirdness. But yeah, you know, they show up. They pregame in the parking lot. There's a gas station right there. They buy booze there. Like there's
To which
not,
the gas station sells buckets of Fireball.
yeah, they do. Whole
Buckets?
buckets of Fireball. There's just not much we can do about that. But we do try and screen in the parking lot. That's some of our queue line actors' job, is to you know, keep an eye out on people who are drunk. We usually have an off-duty police officer out front to try and keep an eye on people who are drunk, and if they get rowdy, we kick them out.
Then the on-duty police officer
Yeah,
comes.
with the on-duty police officer.
Put you in a chicken wing.
A chicken wing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what happened when we had the code black last year.
Yeah.
In the foyer.
Yeah.
Our officer come in, and he does not play around. He like gets straight to business, ends everything very quick. He's the best. But I now call him Officer Chicken Wing, because he came in, saw what was happening, put the kid in a chicken wing, and chicken winged him all the way out of the building.
That is hilarious.
It was the best.
Straight up chicken winged.
Now he is Officer Chicken Wing.
Silly Zombie 666, or just Silly Zombie. You know what? I think it's reacting to the sewing machine. Do it again. That's wild. I have no idea why it would be doing that. Has it been doing that the whole time?
It's not even plugged into
The same thing. That's crazy. All right. Well, I flipped this around. We gonna listen. Auxiliary webcam. You've been the bane of my existence for the last 2 weeks. I fix.
Should we add it to the bingo?
Yeah, add to the bingo. Camera Fritz is out. All right, Silly Zombie says, I opened the stream and I forgot I had it on mute. That's all right. We're glad you're here. You guys coming to Woods of Terror next month? Yes, we are. I will be there. And so will the whole rest of our training crew, I believe. Scuba Steve says hello. Hi, Scuba Steve.
Hi.
Camera shenanigans. Ike Camacho says buckets of Fireball. What's the address of the gas station? I'm low on gas.
Well, ours is 701 Taylor.
Yeah.
So just go right across the parking lot.
Right, you can't miss it. It's funny. Up, I can tell where the color is on this. Laying down, I can nearly not even see it. Big Ducks is possessed by the sewing machine. Listen, Jolene is powerful, man. Yeah, the buckets of Fireball, they're like the little, like, individual serving size bucket. Or serving size buckets. You know, you get your own bucket, and then you eat that. Yeah, it's like the little mini bottles, but they come in a bucket of, I don't know, like 12 or something. There's a lot of them about.
People do like throwing them in our water features.
They do. Jay Johnson says, hey yo, wait, is this Jeremiah Lee Johnson?
Germany!
And if it is, hey there, handsome. How's it going?
Germany!
Alex is your biggest fan.
Biggest fan.
You don't know it, but Alex is your biggest fan. Jennifer Pugh says, anyone else there tonight? Are y'all hearing noises too?
I think
Oh, there's
Robert's
radio
still
frequency
here.
interference. That's funny. We are not hearing noises. I think Robert is still here. Robert and Tim are still here.
Okay.
But other than that, it's just us. Only ladies in the building. He says, what's your mead recommendation? It is him.
Germany!
Well, listen, I don't even know how I could pick a favorite between the ones you brought. Holy crap, they were good. Already killed, I think, 2 of those. Well, nearly no one else drank it at the service but me. He says, have I met Alex? You have not met Alex. You were supposed to meet Alex, and you came up here to pick up that sewing machine.
When we got Jolene.
When we got Jolene, yeah. And then that trip didn't work out, and so she only got to hear about you. Your legend precedes you.
Now I say your name at least once a day.
She just likes the sound of it. is the
Germany.
thing. Hey guys, this haunted camera. Caroline Bowen says, hello everyone. Hello, Caroline. So next week, are we drinking? Jeremy says, apologies. It's okay. Another time. As it turns out, we're going to be here a lot. So,
Especially coming up.
yeah. He did say he's bringing me birthday mead, though. So, I'm excited. Alright, one gold one. I guess I don't have to do both sides of them. They're going to get sewn in. I don't even know if you can tell really a difference on the camera of these. Probably not. This one is gold. This one is still silver. Hard to say. John C. says the White Dish radio telescopes in West Virginia have a guy that drives around the neighboring streets to tell people to shut their appliances. They're going to use the telescopes. Well, okay. Good to know. This one over here. And this one over here so we can dry. So what's everybody else doing tonight? If you're watching us on the stream, are you working on something at home? Are you just hanging out? Mr. J. Johnson wants to know what we're making. Show him
Emily.
Show him your yeah. Show him your belts.
Ooh. Take foot off pedal.
Yeah, that's important.
Pedal belts. That are.
So these are
Just slip them over a belt, but they're also Velcro.
just in case. These are for our different realms in the show. Every witch has its own color palette, her own color palette, I guess, and so all of their acolytes and minions have an overall color palette depending on where they are in the show. And so we are making some new acolyte costumes to serve the coven, and these are some of them. And they're especially shreddy because we like shreddy. Oh, there's an Robert. Big Dog says, been through a lot of haunted houses. The Dark Hour crew is the only one that's gotten me scared, that is. Thanks. As it turns out, we're kind of good at our jobs.
Doing something right.
We're doing something right, at the very least. And then I am working on the chainmail underpiece for our Candle Ghost character. This is from our this year's Transworld line, which is our big trade show that we do every year. And we're making one for in our house. Normally we actually don't usually put our Sylvie's characters in the Dark Hour show, but this year we're gonna. And so we've got this one is going to be in a gold and black palette, like everything else we brought in the Elegant Death line. Very Dark Souls vibes. Instead of its usual silver and white. So we're kicking our silver down to gold because we thought it would look nicer than having black. We have the same fabric but in black, but it would look nicer to have it on that. And a little more contrasty. We've already dyed the linen dress. That's going to be the underpiece for this. It's right here. Let's see. Silly Zombies says, I'm 3D printing a middle finger and a pumpkin hat that opens up to, you guessed it, also a middle finger. That tracks. Don't tell Alan. Alan has a real thing against the middle finger. For why I'm not 100% sure, but Big Dog says, and yes, I am old, so I've been through a lot. Well, good. I'm glad that we hold up. Crip says, good evening from Stage 17 in Toronto. What, another ladies' night? I know. We're the only ones that are excited. That's not true. I hear from other people that are excited about us being here too, so that's nice.
Even though Alan says never again.
Yeah,
He just keeps leaving.
Every time we do this, he's like, never again. And every time he's like, I have to be gone. And I'm like, but I have all of the equipment to go live. So maybe I just go live? Things are fine. Don't worry about it. Natty Pan says, shreddy is a good description. Thank you. An English major. I have all the words. It's how we do. Yeah, so this guy, if you go and check our, I guess we posted pictures from Transworld on the Stilpy Studios Facebook page. If you check our Facebook page, you can see this particular costume in its silver and white iteration. This guy, we've done now one variant that went to a theme park in Florida that is like Haunted Mansion colors, like a Haunted Mansion ghost colors, so it's very blue and green and UV fluorescent. So we did one in that colorway, and now we're doing one in black and gold, which I'm kind of excited about. Finished spray painting this one, and I'll show you the mask paint that we did earlier. Picking the holes out of this one. Sometimes when you laser distress something that's already full of holes, the little hole bits get grabby. Nobody slash... Oh, you know what? Jokes I'm not going to make. Things are fine. I'm behaving.
Crossing that off my board.
Are we telling them about this project of yours yet?
Guess we could. They could help.
That's true. That's true. So we're kicking around an idea, guys, of doing live stream bingo for maybe fabulous prizes, maybe just internet clout. Who knows? If you're a regular viewer of the stream, there'll be some things that you maybe think should ought to be included on those bingo cards, and we are interested in hearing that.
What are your favorite things that happen every live?
That happen all of the lives. Not all of the lives, but a lot of the lives. Silly Zombie says, okay, don't give Alan middle finger prints. Got you. Yeah, he will not appreciate that. Funny Guy says, where is Alan? Alan is out consulting in Louisiana somewhere. And so he has left us to our own devices.
Our unsupervised device.
Already accomplished this evening, which is we got some paint on this guy. Bye, Robert! So we got some gold paint on this guy. Now, she will get a full candle headdress thing, a 2-piece EVA laser cut guy, and a array of candles and LED LED lights. Which I guess we need to buy more flicker LEDs now that I think about that.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, ooh.
Oh no. Yeah, more flicker LEDs. And she's gonna be really beautiful, so I'm excited. Jeremy says, haha, bingo. Yes. Funny guy's just crying in a corner. Yeah, Robert Bryan says, pew pew pew. Okay, pew pew pew. That definitely should be on there. Alex, are you taking notes? Is that already on the list? Pew pew pew.
This is list so far.
She's got a lot of things on there. So tell them some of the things that are on the list already.
That was my dancing name. Rue trips on something. Stacy sings something. Go make stuff. Beastman fist bump. Ladies' night. Uncle Owen is mentioned.
Whoa, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Is it
Ladies' night.
I regret nothing.
Cross off board.
Yeah.
Uncle Owen is mentioned. Something is made out of pool noodles. Something is sculpted out of Loctite. Stacy reads an inappropriate comment. Stacy doesn't read an inappropriate comment, which is why a few minutes ago I crossed it off the board. She didn't say it. Granted, she wasn't reading it.
I was gonna say, to be fair,
Yeah.
that was Stacy doesn't say something inappropriate.
Maybe
Which
we
is
should add that one too.
Harder to get. That's harder to get. I can't help myself.
Avocado. A camera dies. Rue shows something off. Gets frustrated with Alexa. Wife Shrimp Mod posts a link. Donation to live mic capable computer.
That's what our current super chat collection is, for getting us a computer that will allow us to have lav mics so that everybody can hear us better when we were in the shop space. It's actually a little better. I think it's a little better in here audio-wise because we're in a smaller confined space, and we're not competing against the vastness of the classroom.
Surrounded by clothes.
Right. But eventually, we would like to have a computer setup that is capable of running everyone who is involved in the live stream, the lav mic, so you can just hear us better. Anyway, Karen.
Oh, that was all.
Oh, that was it? Okay. So
and
yeah.
then the one we just added, pew pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Natty Pan says, for bingo, clown tax, and what are you making? The silly zombie says something catches fire. Listen, that like almost never happens.
Until it does.
Until it happens. Listen, we're probably not catching anything on fire tonight. Probably. However, the night is still young. It's only 7:30?
750.
7:50. All right. Big Dog says put a shrimp on it.
We do have shrimp.
We do have shrimp. Yeah, shrimp's on there. Edison says I'll drink to that. Alamatra art. Da da da. Damn it, Rue. Uncle Owen. Hey, wife. What about Zombie Snail? You haven't done Zombie Snail in a hot minute. Largely because we almost exclusively use a different kind of airbrush now.
Yeah.
And Zombie Snail was mostly for the Harbor Freight single action airbrush, where you wrap the whole canister of paint in your hand and Zombie Snail it. We use them almost none. I went on a mission to I was painting my fairy ears for my 40th birthday party this last weekend, and I really wanted to use that single action airbrush, and it was an ordeal trying to get it functional, to be able to use. It's a huge pain in the ass. We've largely moved to a smaller container style model for stuff, and we base almost everything with the big guns, so we rarely use those, which is why you don't see as much Zombie Snail. Also, hi Brooke. Edson says beagle boots, dancing beagle butts. I mean, yeah, sure.
Huh?
Ed says, oh, making a duck. That's good. Yeah. Rob O'Brien says looks like a sleeve stack. Yeah, that one's good too.
All right, listen. Y'all just put them in the comments. I'll go back and read the comments later.
Okay, they're in the comments since I'm reading them, so they'll be there. But yeah, so now we're trying to figure out the best way to do this. Or do we give you guys blank sheets and then you fill them out with all of the things that you think might come up that night? Or do we release a collection of sheets and you pick one? And I don't know. We're still figuring out the details. We also don't know what you win.
Well,
We just think it would be fun to play. Oh wait, did we decide on a thing? I don't remember.
postcards.
Say again?
Postcards.
Oh right. Yeah. Well, we still gotta get approval on that, but
I think the first one was approved.
I think the first one was
The
approved.
the second win postcard still has some work to be done.
We have a really good. I want to call it a class picture. It's the full shop, everybody together on the stage. I guess it's not the full shop. It's the full
Full crew.
the full crew. Yeah, the full crew up on the stage. It's from our Texas Honors Q&A panel.
It's
that we do.
currently Shannon's cover photo.
Yeah,
on
currently
Facebook.
Shannon's cover photo. Kicking around the idea of doing like a postcard and sending a signed postcard from everybody to the winners. Rob says there's an app for that. Natty Pam says for bingo when someone asks Alan's favorite monster.
Yeah.
Rob O'Brien says I had friends that did online bingo for the vid. Okay, so like a virtual bingo. Edson says we win a fist bump or a ladies' night depending on the show. I'm sorry, a what? Ladies' night. I'm deeply amused with myself for this. I'm not going to stop doing it. John C says Alex, add John makes a boring comment. John, be nice to our friend. Brooke says I haven't been to a live in so long. I was watching some older ones earlier while I work on my Halloween yard layout design for this year. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it is super fun that all of those still exist. You can go back and revisit those weird shit that we did. I'm sorry. Jay Johnson says, give them hell, ladies. Y'all have fun. Will do. You let me know when you're coming over to bring me birthday and we'll sort it out. Edson says they can win a copy of the cool poster some guy made of the gang. Listen, we're working on it, okay? And yeah. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna flip you over to Alex real quick. While I get situated for the next thing I'm gonna do.
In 2 hot seconds, we will have a complete belt.
Okay. So I think next we're gonna iron on some stuff. These over here. Should be ironed down here. Brooke says, I was watching the 5-hour long one where you and Alan were working on the pirate for COVID. Talk about throwback. I was just talking about the COVID today because I'm still in a Discord group for that. Edson said, did you see the zombie version of the poster? Oh my god. I don't think I did. And
Huh?
I need to rectify that.
You mean there's multiple versions?
But wait, there's more? The hell you say? Okay. I'm going to reconfigure my whole thing here. That's fine. This is done. Edson says, okay, sent. All right, hang on. 2 shakes. I have yet again worked myself into a corner over here. Things are fine. don't accidentally trip a breaker.
That would be only slightly bad because Jake's not here.
That's true, but we do know where the breakers live, so.
There's just so many.
Okay. John C. Talking to Edson. Jordan uses says, "Hey beasts." Hey Jordan. Now we're back in picture in picture. Hello. Natty Pants says, "Can't have bingo squares that the players can manifest by asking the right question," if that makes sense.
Wait, say again?
Can't have bingo squares that the players can manifest by asking the right question, if that makes sense. Okay, so you can't have a bingo square that somebody could win the point for by asking us a particular question. Which I think we talked about previously. Alright. Here's these. That's heating up.
It's so dark. Wait. Haha!
Cobwebs. Hey, Keebweebs. He says, "Is it that cold in Texas to be wearing a hoodie?"
Listen, we had our unit, like our air units worked on today, and I feel like they did something because I'm cold now.
Listen, I'm still sweating, so. Jordan Neal says, "How much time left?" It is 7:58, so we got a little, maybe around an hour, or until we get tired. It's ladies' night. There's no rules. Creative Doof says, "Never jinx yourself. Never do that." Rob O'Brien says, "They can't fill them in on their own." Okay, fair enough. Edson says, "It's 8. Thank you." Creative Doof 7:59. Thank you. All right, so we agreed. We still have one that goes across the front of this, and then we're thinking down the top of the sleeves, around the cuff of the sleeves. What do you think?
I don't hate down the sleeves.
Don't hate down the sides. Oh no! My comments went away because my computer fell asleep because it's been an hour. You think down the side? Because then it'd show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. We do the thing.
And then when we get the smaller trim in, that can go around the cuffs.
Yeah. So this is our linen underdress that we've dyed as close to black as we could get it. So now we're going to put some fancy trim on it with a nylon. You don't recall how high up we did this, do you?
No.
Just a ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Dog says, "FYI, when you move into a new house, let the fire department know when you test fog machines. They like to show up when you do, just saying." Yes. Cobwebs. Is that a sewing room? Yes, it is. This is, in fact, dark hour costuming. Let me see if I can flip us over. I have to wait till Alex stops sewing. Welcome to costuming. Hello. You can't use this webcam when Alex is sewing because apparently Jolene emits a radio frequency that interferes with the camera. So you gotta deal with this on a small screen. And we just did the front for the trim, right? We didn't wrap the whole thing.
Yes.
Sure. Just confirming. It's been a minute since we made one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're my favorite thing, so of course we made that first. This is my way. I'm just going to go through and pick out all the little bits that didn't get cut from the inside of this. I don't know if this was laser cut or die cut. Sometimes they leave little bits. Jolene sounds like she's running smooth tonight.
Yeah. We've been friends today.
Good. Good. Jolene is not always everybody's friend.
No. Living up to the name.
Silly Zombie says, I was tempted to buy Alan Biscuitville merch for when you guys visit. That would be hilarious. We do enjoy Biscuitville. Jordan Neal says, the light fixture in my den, my at-home workshop of sorts, has died. There'll be a meager table lamp. I must wait for a new ceiling fan with light sockets. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Having adequate light is definitely a really important part of doing the thing. Okay, I think I can put that on the side there.
I see smoke.
I am deeply in the way. Is that turned on now?
Yeah. I just gotta unplug it.
That's okay. Things are fine. Listen, we didn't light anything on fire.
It was only smoking.
Did I accidentally plug in a soldering iron? Yes. Now, to be fair, the soldering iron is in a holder that keeps its tip up off the end of things, and it wasn't actually touching anything. But still.
The holder has hot glue in it.
The holder has hot glue
and
in
it was heating the hot glue.
Don't
and
worry about it.
Only slightly burning.
Don't think about it too hard. Let's see. Brooke E says, I love that room so much. When I was head of costuming at my old haunt, I got a closet. Well, but I was not at all complaining. I loved it so much. Yeah, we are very spoiled. Here in a little bit, I will kick this up and show you guys the whole rest of the room. It is a pretty substantial space, and we fill every bit of it that we humanly can.
I often catch myself saying, I need a bigger room.
Yeah, all the time.
Let's just knock Hallie's wall down.
Yeah, it's
expand
fine.
a little
Does
bit.
makeup really need all that room? I mean. Cobweb says, I had a new neighbor stop by last summer and ask if I had an AC unit on the roof of my garage. I said, no, it's a fog machine that pissed me off. Your answer to everything is to throw it on the roof, man. Is it working better now? Creative Juice says, it could be 103 outside and some a-hole will have the AC on 43 degrees. It kind of sucks to acclimate to that. Silly Zombie said, I had some this morning. They messed up my order, so I got an extra biscuit. Biscuitville. Cobweb says, it's not really cold until it gets in the low 50s. About 8 months before it slid down and shattered on the driveway after a heavy rain that was in the back of my truck for another 4. Dang, dude. That is an adventuresome air conditioner. Okay, I think we like that. I think that'll fit all the way over here. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna grab a press cloth. This is Uncle Owen from the soldering iron. No, it didn't
Cross
even
off
actually...
bingo card.
It didn't actually catch on fire, so it doesn't count. I don't know what I'm looking over here for. We have a giant bin of fabric for expressivist purpose out here. I'll be right back.
I feel like if we were actually playing a game of bingo tonight, I think I'm up to 3, 4. And there is a free space. I think we're gonna make the free space go make stuff.
Yeah. Silly Zombie says, okay, chat, what items does Alan need with the Biscuitville logo on it? Barrel of Monkeys, tire gauge, Christmas ornament, ice scraper, notebook, whisk, spatula, coffee cup, glasses or socks. My vote would be notebook. He might actually use that. Ike Camacho asks, is the new Universal Studios going to be close to you all? In Frisco? Yeah, absolutely. Frisco is about, I don't know, 15 minutes from here. Not bad at all. Now, it is going to be largely kid-themed, or targeted at kids. But yeah, we're excited to check it out, for sure. Alright, make sure this is angled in the correct direction, more or less. Cobweb says, I still have no idea where the undersized zombie hands disappeared to after I roofed them. I think they evaporated. Silly Zombie says, that's a kid's park. Yeah. Silly Zombie says, I was thinking Barrel of Monkeys. Fair. Edson says, I mean, no, but Aunt Beru. Uncle Owen's wife. I mean, it didn't actually catch on fire, and I think she still did, so... Alright. Creative Duke says 807 at the moment. Thank you, 807. Big Dog says they crawled away. Right.
Maybe a crow took them
Right.
for a reward.
A distinct possibility. Big Dog says 907 there. Set. Let's find out. Seems like it did. Yay. This is the part where I'm gonna need you to talk some, because I gotta count to 15. And I'm not very good at the numbers portion of things. So.
Well,
Cobweb says, I bet some turkey vulture flew off with them. That would be funny. But what would he do with them? Like, were you thinking decor? Do you think they were cool? Why does the turkey vulture need tiny zombie hands?
to teach its baby vultures, not all things are real. Sometimes you may see a fake rat in someone's yard when the trees are dead, and those are not real. We cannot eat those. So it's just training. I don't know.
Edson says technology. It's only 7:07 here. Ooh, well, ain't we fancy?
Oh, Jolene.
She gonna fuss at you now?
No, she's just going real fast.
She is made
She's
of
purring.
fast. She wants to get up and go. Edson says it was probably the punch-faced gnomes. Punch-faced gnomes. Caroline Boland says 9:10 here.
Oh, that's a fun thing. So at night when I'm going to sleep, I get caught on TikTok watching this girl pack. She sells glitter. Like, she has an entire shed full of different colored glitter that she sells, and crafters and stuff make them or make stuff with them. I don't particularly care for glitter much, but I will watch her live every night packing glitter orders for whatever reason. But she says, "Where's everyone watching from?" And it's very exciting and entertaining to see where everyone's watching from. So, where is everyone watching from?
Well, we got some East Coasters in the house tonight. Cobweb says the gnome rolled into the gutter. Jordan Yule says I have plans for a scratch-made spaghetti, hand-chopped minced beef, slow-cooked tomato sauce, and homemade noodles. That's impressive. That's a lot of work. Cobweb says burn that damn shed to the ground. Shed captions. Shed.
Belt. Number something. This one's very blue. Last year, my garden, I was determined to make homemade tomato sauce because I wanted to make a pizza. So I grew my tomatoes and all my little herbs and stuff that I would need for said sauce and basil, and I made my own tomato sauce.
Was it really good?
It was very delicious, and I made my little pizza.
Nice.
I got fresh mozzarella, like the block of it,
Mmm.
and I still have some from last year
That does sound
that I
good.
found Saturday.
Oh my goodness.
Smells
Okay,
like
hang on.
pasta.
Let's see how far this mouse will reach. This turns out this far. Okay.
Nice.
Jordan Neal says the sauce will have mushrooms. Do y'all like mushrooms? I do like mushrooms. Alex, do you
Yeah.
like mushrooms?
I do.
Y'all right. We're team mushrooms. Rob O'Brien joining us from Kissimmee, Florida. Big Dog Nest, Kentucky. Edson says gnomes steal hands and covers them in glitter just for Keith. Christian Ty Edwards is in Alexandria, Virginia. John C says cobweb watches. That's ominous. Brooke E's in California. Caroline Bones in Michigan. John C says then throws his phone on the roof. Edson is in Southern Colorado. Big Dog says I'll second that idea. Cobwebs. Almatra Art says hello, everyone. Almatra Art.
Da,
Ba, ba, ba. Cobweb says, I never roofed a phone yet. Creative Juice says, I like the mushrooms that don't make me see things. Listen, no
to
comment.
each their own.
But why don't you like fun? Troy B is in Walcott, Iowa? That's awesome. Cobweb says, I'd like to roof my neighbor, not the one who asked if I had the AC up there. Yeah? Yeah? Think they'd be mad? I think they'd be like, alright, I earned that.
I still miss that Christmas time here when we hung the dummy.
Oh yeah, off the roof.
What was his name?
The Griswold?
Griswold.
Clark.
Off of our roof. We had to
Didn't
quit
somebody call
doing
the
it.
cops? Like,
Yeah, there were too many people calling the cops, so we had to quit doing it.
hate it when that happens. Jordan User says, apparently the longer tomato sauce cooks for a max of 3 hours, the better it will be. Good thing I'm using a slow cooker. Yeah. Low and slow. That's the way to go. This might be a little janky. That's okay. She's a ghost.
In the darkest area.
Big Dog says, just set your phone timer to 15 seconds, Stacy. It's all the way over there. I can count to 15. Listen, English major. I know I was promised there'd be no math, but I can count to at least 15. John C. says, New Jersey, a 45-minute drive to Allen's Fabric Store. That is too long. That's a long drive. Edson says, haha, I've done a Cousin Eddie. I'm actually letting it go 20 seconds because it was not adhering well at 15. I'm going to have to go back and fix this little bit here that popped up. That's fine. We also go through and sew these down because none of us trust an iron-on adhesive. We're cracking up, Big Dog.
For example, iron-on adhesive. Just.
Creative, yeah. Creative Doof says, I like the mushrooms that don't poison people or make me see things. Fair enough. We'll allow it. Jordan Yule says, don't worry, I'm getting my mushies from Walmart. Yeah, just as long as you stay out of the cow pasture, you should be fine. That's true, we do have an Alex A in here. As it says, Alex A set a 15-second timer. Jordan Neal says, can't have an amanita in our food. Yeah, that would be a bad day. Big Dog says, question for Alex. How many times have you sewed your fingers?
None. Hopefully it stays that way. I think I got close yesterday. I think my nail hit it and I was like, oh, but we were safe.
And then there were trim. Ooh, wow. So nice. And we're gonna go down the top of the arms, which should also be. I also have never sewed my fingers, though I have caught a fingernail on the edge of a needle while the machine was not in motion. Just a sharp needle. Cobweb says, door, you get a glitter shed, problem solved. Jordan Easel says the amanita mushroom is what most people are likely to think of when asked a fungus. That is true. It is the very pretty red cap white spots. Brooke E says, I sewed my finger by accident as a child. My grandmother worked as a seamstress for a bit and took me to work with her. I was playing with things I shouldn't have. Oops. Oh, creative. I was going to say the glitter shed. So this is the shed that she packages her glitter in?
Mm-hmm.
So the shed itself is probably also covered with glitter, right?
Yes. There was someone that asked her, she's like, how do you keep glitter out of your house? Like,
She was like,
yeah, she was like, I don't. My children are making snow angels in the glitter. Because there's just glitter everywhere. I'm like, that sounds miserable.
I could feel cobwebs pucker from here.
Bug would love her.
Yeah.
But
Edson says, if you garden naked, your neighbors will put up a 6-foot wooden fence. Helpful that.
I think that depends on who your neighbors are.
Yeah.
Some neighbors.
Some neighbors just set up cameras. I don't know if those are better neighbors or worse neighbors. You have to cut me in on the OnlyFans live stream. Yes, the glitter shed is what Alex watches on TikTok. Creative Juice says, yeah, that won't work. I'm a chick. The dorks that live nearby are guys. Yeah. They'd be the ones setting up the camera.
Ooh, almost did it again.
Bits and pieces.
The trick of
Cobweb says, just hearing that word makes my back door pucker and eyes water. Consider therapy.
The trick of sewing Velcro is making sure you don't sew two of the same side.
Oh no.
To which I have done twice today.
Oh no.
And I almost just did it again.
Listen, there's reasons that we have a lot of seam rippers in the building. As it turns out, we use them all the time. Edson says, point to Alex. Okay, if you look like me, they will. Jordan News says, who remembers Angela Anaconda? Not I. Big dog. Jordan News says it was an animated children's TV show. Cool. Angela Anaconda. Just a chill snake.
Good thing this will have to be straight.
That's helpful. Let's see if I can get this in here. Because it might make things pressing lightly easier on the top of the shoulder. Hey, looky there. It fits great. I love it when a plan comes together. Like a glove. Na-na. Cobweb says, hell is probably covered in glitter. At least mine will be. Yeah, that's probably true. Creative Doof says, would Canadian geese survive in the Texas heat? That would seem like torture to them, wouldn't it? I mean, we get geese through here. I don't know if they're, like, strictly Canadian geese.
I see them flying.
Are they clearly Canadian geese? Edson says, okay, gang, I'm going to sit and watch y'all. Be safe and have a great evening. Later, y'all. Bye, Edson.
Bye.
Bye. Y'all be good.
Be good or be good at it.
I was going to say, if you can't be good, take pictures.
Where did that? Be good or be good at? Where did that?
I have no idea. Is that a My Name is Earl thing?
Where did I hear that?
Cobweb says, geese can live through an apocalypse, plus they wander and crap on everything. Yeah. Can confirm.
Boy, that's gonna drive me crazy now.
Google exists.
It's been a hot second since I've heard it. Let's see.
Jordan Easel says, no, Angela Anaconda is a show about a little human girl of the same name. The show used photoshopped faces for the characters. Just look it up, you'll know what I mean. Alright. Noted.
Google does not know. I'm gonna spend the rest of the night thinking about this. I have no idea. Alright. Jenny down.
Hey.
Maeve up.
Edson says, you can tell they say honk, honk, Creative Dude says, we have swans nearby. I could bring them over, especially the moms and the chicks. Mama swans are hell of a protective around their babies. Yeah.
I think mama's anything.
Right.
Why is there four?
Cobweb says, one time I pulled a goose's head out of a chain link fence behind my middle school. It attacked me, so I threw my bike at it. Did it eat the bike? I hear they do that. Summer Maple says, it was part of the chorus to a country song. If you can't be good, son, be good at it. There you go. Rob O'Brien says, swans are a-holes. Yes. Yes, they are. It is known. Sorry guys, this is probably like the second most boring thing that to watch somebody do is fire on applicants. Could be watching paint dry, which is nearly as boring.
My math, but I have an extra. I don't know where this one goes. We'll just put it.
Does it go with the night?
The night night?
Yeah. the night. Well, that's what he's gonna be now. The night. Because he's going in the nightmare realm. Who are you gonna be tonight? The night. Creative Dude says that's why you keep your distance from swans. Cobweb says it finally ran away and flew over the fence to get to the river. Robin Bryce says, are you making toasted cheese sandwiches? I wish. Now I'm hungry. Joy, I'm ironing on applique, which is tedious. Jordan Easel says, who recalls the series of shorts titled Yuck? It aired on HBO Family and featured highly stylized human characters made in Photoshop. It was weird. I don't. Cobweb says, I never fought a swan yet. Listen, life is short. There's my new shirt. Life is short, fight a swan.
My dad and I once got chased on the golf course by a goose. Those things. On a golf cart. Still just charging at us.
She's got to use Sergio.
Gotta be loud.
Things are fine. Stay, good monster. Alright. Call that good. Close enough for company. We're cracking up, Brookie. No, I may have performed a critical error. No. Look, I got this in there. Can I get this out of there? I can. Yay. Now that I have it out of there, I can see where I need to do some more. There you go, Robert Bryant. Life is short, punch a swan. Yes. Cobweb says, I did get punched in the face by a butterfly, though. How the hell do you fight a butterfly? Fly swatter?
Laura!
Laura from Fearworm is absolutely terrified of butterflies. Jordan Nielsen says, so Stacy, you the seamstress. What's Alex's job title? Alex is the director of costuming, and for Dark Hour House. She is also an incredible seamstress in her own right. I am, and I guess technically, like, my job title isn't seamstress. It is one of my job titles, but
yeah, I feel like job titles here are weird.
yeah, job titles here are weird. I do officially have my own Dark Hour email address now. I actually work here, but it doesn't have a title or a department on it. Like Alex's is costuming at costumes at Dark Hour House. Mine is just my name. That's okay because I work here. It's okay. I work here.
Same with Boston.
Yeah, with Boston. There you go. Robert Bryan says, my sister unalived a swan on a golf course. Her wayward ball smacked it dead.
Nice aim.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's solid
aim.
Like, impressive. Impressive. Cobweb says, I don't have swans by me. I got deer, though. Yeah, I mean, you could fight a deer. I feel like that's less fun than a swan, but they're fast.
And deer kind of aim at you.
Yeah. I
Than...
have nearly fought several deer with my car.
Mm-hmm. There's one stretch going to Alan's house that I purposely slow down because it never fails. Deer.
Cobweb says, I don't have any swan layers. Jordan Easel says, butterflies are so delicate they would either die or lose their wings if they touch you. Cobweb says, ha 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 ha. Alright, one.
Oh, it's the pedal. This pedal is a squeak and it sounds like someone's talking out in the hallway.
Oh, that's funny.
And I've been slightly paranoid since I squeaked it.
Creepy! Jordan News says, a dying dead butterfly is such a sad sight. Yeah, and unfortunately, they're just not terribly long-lived critters. Creative Doof says, how does anyone ever get punched by a butterfly? If you're pedaling real fast on a bike during a butterfly migration, you're going to wear them when you get home. Creative Doof says, my dad's truck was often decorated with butterflies because he drove into them. Yeah. Silly Zombie says, deer near Woods of Terror are insane. I went from living near Boston and maybe seeing deer once or twice a year to at least one a week. Yeah, we definitely see deer every time we go up there. The last time we were up at Woods of Terror, we saw a freaking wolf. It was wild. I think Shannon got video? Question mark? Yeah, Woods of Terror out in North Carolina, the wildlife there is just beautiful. The drive there is beautiful. Silly Zombie says, when me and Mr. Jimmy were driving through Texas, the moths were insane. Yeah, we have a lot of those. There's a lot of them about. Flew off a coneflower next to my garage door and popped me in the cheek, and then I almost fell over because I was discombobulated. Laura would have died. Like, she just would have had a freaking coronary and popped off. If she got a full butterfly to the face. And I'm like, well, it was nice now. You're lovely. Okay. $8:32. Jordan Easel says, we love y'all. We love you too. we're glad everybody's joining us tonight. Definitely enjoying ourselves. Okay, so this I need to trim down a little bit. Silly Zombie says it's one of my favorite drives to a haunt I've worked at, both Barrett's and Fright Kingdom and a couple of others, but this one is nice. Yeah, it's lovely. Rob says, hey, hit that thumbs up, people. Yeah, give us a thumbs up. Also, if you guys have an opportunity, go check out Dark Hour's socials right now. We're trying to really get some attention on our new show promo for the season. So if you could find us on a particular social media of your choosing, YouTube counts. YouTube totally counts. And give us a like or a comment. We'd super appreciate it. Because we need more eyes on our stuff. We're bringing a lot of people here this season. And the more people like our stuff, the more people the algorithm shows it to. So give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Cobweb says, big ass yellow swallowtail. That is a big butterfly. Jordan Neal says, honestly, I think it's worse to get a bee wasp slash wasp slash angry cat in the face. Yeah, those would not be fun. Susie Gardner says, hello, my beautiful daughter. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Glad you're joining us tonight while we're not working on anything scary. All of the things we are doing are chill. Cobweb says, I'm allergic to bee stings. Same. Swell up like a balloon. Creative Deuce says, getting hit by a June bug can hurt worse. Even giant grasshoppers can leave a mark if they hit you hard enough. And they spit on you. Nobody likes that. I mean, people do like that, I'm sure. I'm not judging. Like what you like.
There's one thing that, like, driving past motorcycle riders,
Yeah.
potato, I guess. Like the ones that don't have the glass or
shield,
plexi,
yeah.
like, are they just getting smacked in the face with bugs? It's like when I'm driving, this is just constant, like, bugs splattering on my windshield. I'm just getting pelted in the face with bugs. That doesn't sound appetizing.
Mom says perfect. Good. Cobweb says I swell up badly. Yeah, me too. Being allergic to bees sucks. Because bees are bros. Creative Juice says, give the swan a shroom and we'll be able to fight back before long. Life's too short. Cheat like a pro. There you go. Jordan Hughes says, that sounds bad. I don't wish that upon anybody. Brooke E says, I wish there were more haunts in my area or I had money to open my own. I haven't done a season since 2019 when the haunt I worked at closed. Then I moved across the country. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what's in California these days. Cobweb says, need a blowtorch. This iron really likes to turn off when I'm in the middle of stuff. It's like, I realize that you're doing a thing that requires it to be still for a while, but I'm just going to turn it off. Oh, I need you to hang out.
Oh, the safety. Sometimes safety is just annoying. My brother is he started an apprenticeship for electrician.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was last week, one of the guys on the site got electrocuted. Mind you this, he got electrocuted because he was working on a live something.
Yeah, live line.
Plug or whatever. And it was sparking. Did he stop? No. He continued to go until he got electrocuted. So because of that, they had to spend all day today in safety training.
Yeah. Safety third.
Which you would think, something is sparking, I better stop.
Yeah, maybe no touchy. Maybe no touchy.
Sometimes common sense isn't common.
Psh, overrated. Big dog says 6, 8, 10, 4, 15. Listen, yeah, we're figuring it out, okay?
And there goes the bobbin.
Jordan Nielsen says, what's the worst injury you've ever seen? For me, my cousin cut his knee on a running chainsaw. He only needed stitches. Gosh. The worst injury I've ever seen. I mean, like, in person? Because I was definitely one of those weird kids on, like, the Faces of Death website long before I should have been. Jordan Nielsen says he's fine. Silly Zombie says, now we need a safety sign from the Emperor's New Groove. No touchy. No touchy. No touchy. Threw off my groove.
I think the worst I've ever seen is when my brother got attacked by our dog.
Oof.
Bit his whole head open.
Dang.
Yeah.
Which dog?
It was our childhood dog.
Oh.
She was deaf and
no.
still quite young, and she was laying under, my brother and I were having breakfast, and she was laying under the table because breakfast scraps.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh dang it, this bobbin got stuck. And I guess she was in my brother's way, so he reached down and like yanked on her tail.
Oh no.
Yanking on a deaf dog's tail. Probably not the smartest idea, but he was a wee child. He didn't know better.
Rob O'Brien says, well, I worked at a funeral home, so, you know. Yeah. I think I'm pretty fortunate that I have not seen just a whole lot of really, truly terrible injuries in the flesh. I guess my ex-husband jumped off of a flight of stairs and broke his wrist. And that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen, because it was like hand, wrist, or like arm, hand. It was a compound fracture, broken in multiple places. Fortunately, it was not bloody, but it was nasty. It was nasty looking. It required several screws. Silly Zombie says, my worst haunt injury was sprained ankle after an hour and a half of working, but worked 2.5 hours on it. Not smart. Listen, we struggle. We struggle sometimes to actually stop and take care of our injuries. Silly Zombie says, my dad ran multiple cemeteries and wrote some interesting stories. Big Talk says, bless you. Thank you. Alright, we've unironed the bits back. Yeah, we've had some pretty gnarly cuts and head goose eggs here.
Eye injury.
Eye injuries. I think the I don't know, I can't say like the worst injury that I've ever received, but definitely one of the gnarliest injuries I've ever received was getting stapled in the eyeball. And that it wasn't even a particularly like gross thing, but people go, ooh.
That would be me.
Silly Zombie says, I keep thinking it's a lawnmower every time you use it. She does kind of sound like a tractor. Yeah, so now we've got lovely trim on our gal. How you doing over there? Getting bobbined?
Getting bobbined.
Proper bobbined? Creative Youth, I guess you're talking to Rob in terms of what you did at the funeral home. All I did at a funeral home was hang out and watch a magician play Mario Kart. The magician that I dated in college hung out with a guy who ran his own funeral home. And so we hung out in the quarters in the back and did a lot of late night Mario Kart and Central Park pickup. Rob says, Alex, does your bobbin winder spin while you are sewing? No, it does not. The bobbin winder on Jolene. Point to the bobbin winder. That right there. You actually show them how it engages. So you push it forward, and it engages with the drivetrain, and then you pull it back, and it disengages from the drivetrain. So the winder itself doesn't spin while you're sewing on it. Jordan says, what's the worst injury you've ever had? For me, my right leg dislocated at the knee. Fortunately, I didn't need to go anywhere. My knee reset itself. Berkey says, my worst haunt injury was a lung infection twice in 1 month. Both times, the same group of people I worked with got me sick and denied it. Gross. This is long before COVID. Cobweb says it was probably COVID. Brooke says it was long before COVID. Cobweb says blowing their hivvy on you. No. Creative Deer says, yeah, I got stung by a group of hornets a few times. A spray bottle full of bleach, black flag, and raid ended most of them. Yeah, I had a child extracted from me. That was a pretty bad injury. And then I had the thing that grew the child extracted from me, which was also pretty gnarly. Rob says, oh, I know other jukies wind the bobbin while sewing. This is an older juki. I sure would like one that winds the bobbin while you sew. But yeah, this one just do it when you make it do it. It's a really shiny gold spray paint. Do you see it in the camera?
Oh my god.
It's reflecting on my face. It's so shiny.
Yeah, sunburn. Oh, that's the plate.
Yeah, it's the plate with the spray paint on.
Oh my lord.
Creative Deer says, I'm not a nice person towards the angry stinging bugs. Fair. Silly Zombie says, back injuries for me, usually herniated disc. The last season after the season was done, I couldn't walk for 3 months. I couldn't drive for one of them. I thought I wasn't making it to Transworld. Couldn't walk for 2 months. Woof. That's brutal. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I tore a hip flexor, or which was not great. Stable design. A lot of, I sliced my hand open pretty good in college also. Cobweb says, I got stung in the neck twice by hornets as a kid, but I did throw a rock at their necks. I was a dumbass kid. That's fair. You earned that one. Big Dark says, watched a girl in high school pull a chisel out of the forge. She looked behind herself, laid a glowing red chisel across the back of her friend's hand. Yup, right down to the bone. Ooh, the smell. You'll never forget, I imagine. Barbecue. Brookie says, I didn't witness it, but a girl got a bit too close to one of the chainsaws and her hair got sucked into the motor. Oof.
Ooh.
She was apparently laughing the whole time, thankfully. Yikes.
And that's
says,
on adrenaline.
yeah. Back injuries are nothing to laugh at. Can confirm. Creative Doof says, the audio keeps fading during the live stream. Maybe it's the wind blowing through the warehouse, but still. You know, honestly, it may be the sewing machine. As she sews, it is a little loud. And it apparently is on a frequency that screws with our electronics. 1980 says, new name for the sewing lives, bobbin for likes. Like bobbing for apples, but for likes on the internet. Yeah, alright, I'll accept that. Cobweb says, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Life is short, fight is fun. Punch is fun. Punch is fun, that's better, yeah. Creative Juice says, also electrocutions are no joke. CPS is currently mourning the loss of one of their employees that passed a couple days ago. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You can absolutely unalive yourself pretty easily with electricity. We have a flocking gun that just takes a 9-volt battery that will absolutely shock the crap out of you. And that's just a 9-volt. All right, show us your progress that you've made, Alex. How much did you get through this evening?
This evening I got through these 3, almost 4.
Okay, and then today as a whole?
Today as a whole. All of these.
That is a lot of sewing. And And then yesterday was all laser.
Oh, laser.
Laser.
Laserland.
Yeah, we live in Laserland a lot. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up a little early because I'm out of stuff to do right this very second, and everything else I need to do on these costumes is reliant on things to come in the mail, hopefully Friday. So, but we're super excited that everyone joined us on Lays. I regret nothing.
Never again.
Never again. Every single time he says never again, and then he leaves town and leaves us unsupervised. Womp womp. Nice Nate says melting PVC is way worse than hot metal. It sticks to the skin as it burns. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I've done that with hot glue all over my hands. Bad day.
Yeah. Oh, that might be my worst injury. I dropped a curling iron on my leg,
Ooh.
and I have a curling iron
Gnarly.
scar on my leg.
Yikes.
That might be the worst.
Burn wise, I wrapped a wallet and chain with my keys on it that had been sitting on a stove. Listen, the reason is unimportant, but someone was cooking something in the oven, and so one of the burners was hot by proxy, and it was hot enough that it like melted into my wrist because I was like, oh, I don't want my credit cards to get melty, so I picked my wallet up by the leather wallet, which was warm but not hot, and wrapped it around my wrist, and it left me. I still have a little bit of a scar there, but for a really long time it looked like a little crop circle, because you could see the tab from the leather like bit that held the keys on, and like several links of chain. You can still see several links of chain, but yeah.
Ooh.
Cobweb says, I did tell on the hornets to my pothead babysitter, so she went and found a fire extinguisher and blasted the nest out of the rafters. Nice. As for the Creative Juice says, the hornets that got me, those MFers were sneaky. Their nests were concealed by burglar bars in front of the windows of the neighbor's house. Woof. Silly Zombie says, have a good night. Rob says, Tata for now. Thank you, ladies of the night. Cobweb says, peace out, Haunt fam. I gotta drive now. Brookie says, have a good night. Glad I got to catch a live again. I missed hanging out with all the Haunt peeps. Good night. Alright, so let's see. I'll go to the tripod cam. Alex, say good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna say good night, and thank you for joining us on Lays. And we will see you all again, hopefully next week, hopefully with Alan. So let's give it a 1, 2, 3, go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Bye, bye, bye.